Sly here with another review. Today we'll be looking into Dying Light 2 and its 2022 patch it just got. First off, let's start with the story as always.
In this sequel, you take on the role of Aiden Cardwell, who is a pilgrim in search for his sister Mia and must venture through the apocalyptic ruins of the city of Villedor. You are also infected with the virus and must do whatever it takes to stay human. Basically, you need to stay in the light to keep the virus at bay. This is one of the many things that makes the Night Cycle more difficult to play in. The main storyline is pretty enjoyable and keeps you wondering. The side quests, however, are a bit of a letdown due to most of them just being a simple conversation about small problems you'd expect in everyday life.
It was you? Great. We got our ration today, but Maria here wants to use it all to wash her hair.
Because I can't stand another this. Just 'cause you don't mind hair like a sheep overdue for shearing.
The characters you meet along the way are pretty good, especially with the stories they hold about their lives.
Dying Light 2's story was decent, but unfortunately, I just wish there was more in it. Hopefully with the future DLC and content, we will get that more. Next up, gameplay and performance.
Dying Light has always been strong in the parkour element, and you will be pleased to know that in Dying Light 2, it has stuck to that strength and has also added some new parkour features. From swinging on monkey bars to diving through a tiny hole in a wall, Dying Light 2's new additions to its parkour gameplay is absolutely amazing. And with the many different types of enemies like the infected and bandits, these parkour elements make the combat absolutely fun. Come on, who doesn't love a good old classic dropkick? And with the new patch, there are even more creepy types of infected. The game's performance is a win for me. The smoothness and the lighting is one thing, but the different types of textures in the map is absolutely breathtaking.
Dying Light 2 is an absolute beautiful game and has great performance. It would have to be the most prettiest game I've ever played yet, and absolutely amazing. And there's so much to do in it, especially in the world you are given. Which brings me to my next topic, the world.
In Dying Light 2, you get two different areas for you to run around and explore. Old Villedor and the city. What makes this game great is of course the world that it throws you into. From running through the abandoned streets to leaping from roof to roof and paragliding building to building, this game has given us a beautiful world that no one could possibly get bored of. In my experience, I spent half the time free running and jumping from rooftop to rooftop while using any parkour possible. Dying Light 2's world is breathtaking during the day, but as soon as the night comes, well, that's where the thrill begins. It is an entire different environment as soon as night hits, and this time in Dying Light 2, it's not just the runners and volatiles you have to worry about, but now you have to stay clear of mutate infected known as howlers. There's nothing more thrilling than trying to sprint away from fast infected while your immunity timer starts to go down to its last minutes.
The world it gives you and the sandbox that it gives you, everything just works in Dying Light 2's world. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. There's so much you can do and so much parkour you can run around. Now, let's get down to the final verdict. Dying Light 2 is an amazing and beautiful game with good performance, a good sandbox, a good world, good map, and just so much to do in it with events and everything. Its only downside is the story. Now, when you first start the story and when you play through it, it is a decent storyline, yes. You fall in love with the characters, you care about them, you care about when they die, you care about when they live, you care about everything when it comes to the characters. But that ending, I wish the ending was slightly better than what they've given us. But in saying that, Dying Light 2 is a very good game, very big, very decent, and beautiful game. And I cannot wait for future DLC and content they will give us in the coming years and months. So, my final verdict for Dying Light 2 is an 8.5 out of 10. Wish I could have made it a 9, but the story kind of laid it down for me. But 8.5 is pretty good still. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Reviews with Sly, and I'll see you in the next one.